Carbon is a chemical element with symbol C and atomic number 6 on the periodic table. Carbon dioxide is a bigger polluter of the earth. Now to you, Meg.
This is our idea to help climate change by decreasing carbon pollution as well as climate change. What we want to do with our product is sell it to factories that are the main pollution and even normal people who own cars. Now for some fun facts with Claire.
Most people agree that to scrap global warming, a variety of measures need to be taken on a personal level. During and less flying, less recycling, and conversation reduces.
We really want to stop polluting around the world. Unlike its shorter-lived cousins, CO2 sticks around in the atmosphere for decades to centuries, wreaking climate havoc.
There are some positive effects in global warming from decreased CO2 emissions. For example, improved agriculture at high latitudes, and increased vegetation growth in some circumstances. However, the negatives will far outweigh the positives. Cost-bound communities are threatened by rising sea levels. Reducing other climate pollution can help in different ways and for different things, but in climate stabilization terms, it's noise on the fact that you have to phase out CO2. Now,
the study shows strongly that as far as climate change goes, gas that truly matters is carbon dioxide. Cutting emissions of such short-lived climate pollutants, or SLCPs, will not have much impact on long-term climate change, finds a new study published yesterday in the Proceedings of the National Academy of the Sciences. Now to you.
As you can see here in this image behind me, this is our idea for helping carbon pollution. You're going to take this air filter and you're going to put it on the back of a car. And it'll take that carbon dioxide that you get from your car's emissions, it's going to filter it out, and it's going to take that carbon, you're going to take it to your local dumpster, and you're going to give it to them, and they're going to make it into an energy. So it's going to be a big energy source for our Earth. The good thing about it is we make a lot of carbon dioxide, so we'll have a lot of carbon dioxide for fuel, which means we'll have more fuel or we might have some problems with getting fuel. The amount of heat trapping pollution the world spewed rose again last year by 3%. So scientists say it's now unlikely that global warming can be limited to a couple of degrees, which is an international goal. The overwhelming majority of the increase was from China, right over there, the world's biggest carbon dioxide polluter. As you can see, there's darker colors up there, which means darker colors down there means more carbon dioxide pollution. Of the planet's top 10 polluters, the United States and Germany were the only countries that reduced their carbon dioxide emissions. Last year, all the world's nations combined pumped nearly 38.2 billion tons of carbon dioxide into the air from burning of fossil fuels such as coal and oil, according to new international calculations on global emissions published Sunday in the journal Nature Climate Change.
To have a study long-term effect on climate change, up to 2,100 nations would have to focus on carbon dioxide being immediately. This would limit warming up to 2 degrees Celsius, 3.6 degrees Fahrenheit above pre-industrial levels by 2100. Now to you.
What causes carbon dioxide? There are both natural and human sources of carbon dioxide emissions. Natural sources include decomposition, ocean release, and respiration. Human sources come from the activities like cement production, deforestation, as well as the burning of fossil fuels like coal, oil, and natural gas. Most of the air pollution we cause results from the burning fossil fuels such as coal, oil, natural gas, and gasoline to produce electricity and power for our vehicles. Stuart Litch has designed the ultimate recycling machine, the solar reactor that he and his colleagues built in his lab at George Washington University in Washington, D.C. Takes carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, a byproduct of fossil fuel combustion, and uses the energy in sunlight to turn it back into fuel. There are a few steps in between. Water is also involved in the reaction, which produces hydrogen and carbon monoxide. They, in turn, can be stitched into liquid hydrocarbon fuels. But Litch's is one of the most efficient devices of its type ever constructed. It is the only one of the solar fuel technologies taking shape in labs around the world. They embody a dream, the prospect of one day bypassing fossil fuels and generating our transportation fuels from sunlight, air, and water, and in the process, ridding the atmosphere of some of the CO2 that our fossil fuel addition had dumped into. Alright, we're back, and now we're going to do a little experiment with to make carbon dioxide. So all you need for the experiment is make sure you put paper towel down because it might get a little messy. So you want just like a pitcher, something like this, nice and clear so you can see it. A box of baking soda and some vinegar. And then what you want to do is you're gonna grab Ziploc bag. As you can see, there's another Ziploc bag inside. So a Ziploc bag and a smaller Ziploc bag. So we have two experiments that we're gonna work with. We're gonna have another big bag and a smaller bag. So there's two different examples of this experiment. So first off, we're gonna take the pitcher and some vinegar and baking soda, and this is just going to show what it's going to make in the full process. So we're going to take some baking soda and we're going to pour it in. Not much because you don't want it to go crazy. So that should be good. Right there. Boom. Alright. I'm going to shake it out like that. So inside. Take some of your vinegar. As you can see, we're going to create carbon dioxide. You can see it's gonna start bubbling up. So what we're making is carbon dioxide. So this mixture creates carbon dioxide, which is just bubble. So that is pretty much what comes out of cars emissions, and also factories. So that's gonna play a big part in our next experiment. See you when we get back. All right, we're back with the final experiment. And as you can see here, we've got our two sandwich bombs. That's the name of the experiment. And I put it together so we're ready to use it. And yeah, we just use the vinegar and the baking soda to create these. So yeah, let's get into it. As you can see, we've got the bag, one big bag, one small bag. So we'll start over here, one small bag. Push this down and make sure it doesn't explode. And we're good. All right, so we got a small bag that has the baking soda at the bottom, and then we've got an even smaller bag in here filled with the vinegar. So what we're gonna do? Let's move this bag over so you can get a better shot of seeing what happens. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take your hand, we're gonna pop it, and you're just gonna like that, and you're gonna see when we make carbon, and we're gonna make the sandwich bomb. Alright, so here is our sandwich bomb, and let's pop it open. I don't know my own strength. Don't do this at home. Please, don't. It smells really bad. Alright, we're back with take 2, and as you can see from the first experiment, that was a fail, because, yeah, I misunderstood the video. So, yeah, we're back, and we're gonna go the safer route. We opened the vinegar bag inside, so all I have to do is just close this up and tip it over and shake it a little bit, and it'll do the sandwich bag bomb. So hopefully this time it doesn't explode in our faces. So yeah, let's just. Oh, that's not close. That's not good. There. Okay. Safety first. All right. Let's do it. 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 Hey, look at that. Our bag is like really big now, filled up with carbon dioxide, and so now it's like nice and puffy. So this is what I'm trying to show here in this experiment is to show take this bag as it symbols the earth. This is what carbon dioxide does to our earth. It fills it up with this carbon dioxide. We don't have as much clean air to breathe in as we did. So now with all the carbon dioxide we have in our earth, this is our earth. It makes it nice, it's big and puffy. We don't want that. So that's how the carbon vac will help clean our earth and make it into a flatter bag. Like that. If we had the carbon vac, this is what our earth would look like. Thank you for watching today's experiment.